Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of HermitPack. Hi, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed last episode where we built the Fortune 500 machine. Aha. Quick update on that. I got the 4th candy cane. Yeah! 4th candy cane. So now it's all Fortune 5. Yeah, in between episodes, went and hunted out, got another zombie flesh block. Not that hard. It's actually probably one of the most common hermit things. So that's cool. So, we got that sorted. It's fortuning up all the stuff. I was able to craft the 9 quibits that I wanted, the 9 level 5s. One of them isn't stacking for some reason. It's got an NBT tag, and I don't know why. But that's okay. And we're already back up to 3,100 diamonds. So that's pretty cool. But today, actually, the server got updated to 1.5. And with it, then, obviously, came all of Extra Utilities generators, along with the Rainbow generator, which I talked about last episode as being the ultimate power source. Well, I've had an opportunity to play with it in Sandbox, and it lives up to the ultimate. From what I've been able to see, it produces something like 25 million RF per operation. I'm not going to necessarily say per tick, but like basically I managed to turn it on for a split second and it produced 25 million RF. Absolutely insane. So craziness. But in order to get it working, every single one of these generators that you can see here has to be running at the same time. Now, that seems like a bit of a waste, just because these things all produce a lot of power. I mean, especially something like the Nether Star generator. Over the course of 2 minutes, to burn 1 star, it produces 9 million RF. 9 million RF from 1 Nether Star. That's insane. I'm pretty sure that's higher than the current Nether Star generator that, the pack had. And that's just the one generator. I mean, you can go in here and I mean, look at that. Bread, 24,000. Golden apples, 65,000. Oh, enchanted golden apples, 100,000. Like, all that stuff. So, by the time you have every single one of these generators operating simultaneously, chances are your power situation is just fine, and you don't really need the Rainbow generator. So, we don't exactly have anything that requires that level of power just yet, but you never know, we could get there. The only issue I can see is that they've added new generators, and I'm not sure how to automate them. Now, of the new ones, we've got the Frosty generator, the Slimy generator, the Undeath generator, and then we've got the Disenchantment generator and the Halitosis generator. Now, these ones, they aren't so bad. Frosty likes cold stuff. Ice, snow, simple. Slimy, well, go figure, it wants slime balls. Also easy. Undeath, bones, rotten flesh. Easy. Halitosis, dragon's breath. That's a little hard, because there's no way to actually manufacture it. You have to go and summon the dragon and sit there with bottles harvesting dragon's breath. That's a little tough. That really is. And the disenchantment generator eats enchanted books. And now it doesn't list an RF quantity than it generates. So I don't honestly know how powerful of a generator it is. But that's kind of ouch, because in this mod pack, there's no automated enchanting. There's no, what was it? Mind Factory Reloaded, I'm pretty sure, had an auto enchanter. We don't have that. We can't just feed books into a machine and have it pop out as enchanted books. We have to do all of that manually. So Dragon's Breath and enchanted books, they're both going to be a bit of an issue. Now, we can get them, but it might be more a matter of we'll create a system where we turn those machines on at the click of a button, and it will like dispense one fuel into every machine. So each of these machines will get loaded with one item of their desired type. Or in the case of magmatic and heated redstone, lava. Well, heated redstone requires lava and redstone, which is kind of annoying, but alright. And we'll just have to make sure that these two always have fuel for when you click the button. And maybe, I guess, that's where the rainbow generator comes in with its insane amount of power, is that it's not intended to be running constantly. Like the environmental tech solar panels. Oh, it's apparently nighttime. Oh, that's okay. We can fix that. I'm actually the only one on the server at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, 36,000 RF a tick, but that's consistent power. Now, we could easily set it up where, oh, well, you know, power storage has dropped below 25% of capacity, turn on all the generators, and kaboom, we get the rainbow generator going, and look, pretty much 30 million RF right there. Simply because you get the 25 from the rainbow generator and then all of the other generators. I'm going to assume, you know, it's a rough estimate. It's a random number I picked up. But anyway, in order to craft these things, you need to do it in halves. And each half requires 8 of the generators. So you pretty much have to craft 2 of every generator in order to craft the rainbow generator. Woo! Look at that fancy name. Taste the unlimited power of the rainbow. Skittles. So we will get to that. But first, we need to solve the issue of the halitosis and the enchantment generator. Now, halitosis, it's just a matter of, I gotta go to the end, and I gotta spawn the dragon. And farm a whole bunch of Dragon's Breath. Now, that's not going to be that hard, because in terms of ender crystals, I apparently don't have any. Oh, no, there they are. Oh, end crystals. Sorry. They're also, like, super easy to craft, and shulkers drop them. Look at that shulker. He's nodding. Yeah, I'm a shulker. Oh, but also look at this in 1.5. Look at the JEI updates for that. That's pretty cool. It's got, like, a, you know, killing a mob. That's cool. So we can do that, no problem. But in order to power this thing, or in order to power the disenchantment generator, we're gonna need an enchanting table. Oh, it's so fancy and so vanilla. Now, of course, comes the issue of automating it, which we can't. It's not automatable. You can't pipe items into it. You can't pipe experience into it. You gotta do it yourself. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I can set up a room, and, you know, it can be the general enchanting room for that matter, but I produce a whole bunch of liquid experience from the fortune machine and the mob farm, and I can use a ender tank or a dimensional transceiver and send that liquid experience on over to this room and just have it where, you know, it gives you experience, or there's an experience totem. I'm not sure if there's a way to actually just infuse you with experience. I know in open blocks they had the fountain or the shower head that you could put onto tanks of liquid experience, and it would like drop it as the experience orbs. But open blocks is not in this mod pack that I know of, and if it is, they don't have the same blocks, because I've looked and I couldn't find anything that automatically deposits orbs. Besides, of course, what is it, the Bottle of Enchanting? Yeah, this guy, Bottle of Enchanting. And the only way to get those is by villager trades. Now, the Sage is a good option because it takes an emerald to get 8. So if I can find a Sage, maybe I'll do that, and then we can just like fill up a dispenser with those things, and you stand on a pressure plate and it goes, boom, here, have all this experience. Other than that, we're just going to have to manually do it. However, there is an object I was wanting to play with, and it also comes from the Extra Utilities mod. And there it is, the Redstone Lantern. The Redstone Lantern it's pretty simple. You right-click it to count up, you shift right-click to count down. Now, what's the point in that, you say? Well, what it does is it actually outputs different signal strength equal to the number shown. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there goes 4. Okay. Let's turn off night vision there. And so it allows us to go up and down in signal strength quite easily. And if you've ever seen it, there's the vanilla, much more complicated, grant you, when it comes to redstone, but the vanilla method of doing much the same thing when it comes to enchanting tables that allows you to click all the way up to 16, and it like raises and lowers the bookshelves. Now, I could use things like magical wood to boost the level. I could use Botania's pylons. And that's all well and good. But why, oh, jeepers, that's all the paper I have? There we go. That should be enough to craft more bookshelves. No, I specifically want oak. Oh, it's because I have no oak planks. There, now I have oak planks. Jeepers. But just, you know, the vanilla way. It works fine, right? So we have these on pistons. We have this redstone lantern and the redstone dust or whatever, and you can just click it and it, I don't know, it's a little vanilla, it's a little modded, but it's going to be all cool. So we're going to do that. And I just need to dig out a space. Alright, so it's pretty basic. I mean, it's still stone. Yeah, I don't really have the inspiration to do anything with it right now. The wiring is pretty simple. It's quite literally just a loop of this redstone paste with comparators to hold the signal level. And then you can just go here and you click it, and it pops up a bookcase. And you can go backwards. Oh, that's pretty cool. I just don't really feel like decorating. Like, I'm not in a building mood. I thought I was, but I've been staring at this for like an hour, and I can't think of what to do with this room. So instead, we're going to do some technical stuff. And for starters, what I want to do is get books and lapis to this little drawer right here. Now, that's really easy because we can just do an exporter and stick that on there. And if we grab some cable, oh, see, I don't have any books, but that's okay. We'll fix that in just a moment. Lapis, we should just be able to do that. There we go, and it's starting to load the lapis. Quickly, actually, we're going to have to get a book. So let's get some paper. And leather. Whoop, too far. Just so that lapis doesn't take that slot. There we go. And yeah, this will allow us to just come and grab the stuff we need. And away we go. What I am, however, wanting to do is refined storage, I'm pretty sure, has a crafting upgrade. Interdimension crafting, there it is. And if I understand it properly, and look at that, I even have one. It should go in there, and if it doesn't have books in the system, it should now craft them in order to export them. However, of course, I don't have a recipe for it yet, but that's easy enough. And am I really down to the last bit of paper? I don't have crafting for... Oh, no, because I hit shift, so that's why. Okay, okay. It's all good. Let's do that. There we go. So now it can craft books and paper. Well, not yet, but now it can. So now it should actually start crafting. Yep, see? Crafting a book, crafting a book, crafting a book. Crafting paper, crafting a book. So that it can continuously export to here until it's full up. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we'll always have a supply of lapis and books on hand for our miscellaneous enchanting. The next thing we need, actually, then, is a way to gather the books, because my thinking is we're just going to enchant it and then throw the book out, and it'll get sucked up into there. And if we're setting up a mode to automatically feed into a disenchanting generator, that should be pretty simple. I mean, really, if we can just do that, and oh, nether quartz. Oh, apparently, it had items in it. Let's put those away. So if we grab some levels and a book and some lapis, we can give this a test. Just any old enchantment, toss it up there, sucked into the vacuum chest, but it does not automatically load into the disenchantment generator, so we will need item conduit. Now, I do realize that it's probably a matter of, the better the enchantment, the more power it produces. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, that book made 4,000 RF. That ain't bad. Let's try another one. Let's try a higher level one. Oh, here, have it. Take it. That one only created 800. So apparently, yeah, the I guess quality of the enchantment does determine how much RF it produces. So I don't know. We might have to spend more experience, or maybe we'll just have to spam it with that many more books. But keeping in mind that we're really only going to be using the enchantment generator in that one big funnel of fuel to get the rainbow generator active to produce its 25 million RF. But at least the theory here works. We can easily just enchant, toss the books out. We have unlimited experience. Well, not unlimited, but we will have unlimited experience there. And that's all good. Now, as for the experience there, because this is now going to be, quote-unquote, the enchanting room, or the XP room, I kind of want to change how I'm dealing with experience. Now, refined storage does have fluid storage, and I'm currently using it to store creosote oil, and I've got a quantum tank as well that stores the brunt of it, and I have this thing, which is a detector set to detect creosote oil, and that's not actually 3 zeros, it's actually 200,000, it just doesn't show it all. And then it's giving a redstone signal, and it only imports without signal. So if I were to take a bucket, as in, I crafted some treated wood in auto crafting, it would automatically put that bucket back from this quantum tank. So what I'm thinking we can do is, both from the mob farm and the fortune machine, and any future experience generating things, we can do a similar thing. Load it into the RS system, and then from there, keep a buffer of it so that things like the soul binder can access it, and output anything above that buffer. So say we have a buffer of 50 buckets, which is more than we'd ever need, really. The rest of it goes into this experience obelisk. That's the plan, at least. I don't know. It's an idea. So what we'll want then is we're gonna go and craft ourselves a we need to turn on JEI, a fluid interface. There we go. Oh, that's crafted in it's all crafted in the solderer. So with this, we can no! Just trying to get it before it got sucked up. That's okay. Okay, the experience is going right there. So what we can do is put that there. And we want to put that on insert only. And then we need some cable. And we're actually going to need a bucket of liquid experience to set the filter, I think. We might not have to, but we might. I don't know. We'll see. Ignore redstone. It's always active. Let's try if we grab something like coal. And just stick that in there. Is it putting the experience in this? I don't think it is. No, see, because I'm gathering it. Ah. Okay, we're going to need a bucket of experience. Can I get a bucket of experience from this thing? Well, maybe if it had levels in it. Yes! Haha, perfect! Thank you, Ender.io. Then we can do that. That. Well, that was a lag spike. Oh. That's, yeah, it's only got the one bucket, the one that I put in there. How do I... Like, how did I get it to do this? Like, it's filled. Well, that's just not good at all. Okay, there we go. It looks like it just needs an intermediary inventory. It just can't pipe straight in, apparently. I don't know. So I just have it loading into a tank here, and then it goes into here. And if we go and check here, we should see... Yep, there we go. A whole bunch of liquid experience. And now what we can do is if we grab a bucket of it, we can... Can I just use an exporter, or does it have to be another fluid interface? Oh, that's external storage. Actually, this one has all that experience in it. Let's drain this one. Oh, look at that. It's already going. All right, thank you. I might need another fluid, because I don't think I can... Yeah, that would probably, like, export the bucket. Ooh. Oh, hello. Oh, maybe that's where I went wrong. No, okay, no, that's set to... This is always fluid. Okay, no, that wasn't what it was. But maybe that's how you can export it? Okay, which means I need to craft an exporter. And can I then connect you to you, switch you to fluid mode, and do liquid experience? Yes! I can't. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So, obviously right now there's no buffer set up, so it will drain all of it. And that's fine. For right now, that's fine. That's sweet. Oh, I love that you can do that with an exporter. And that's gonna take an hour and a half. You know what? Maybe what we should do... Oh, I didn't pick it up. Hey, you, stop. Let's just put that down, retrieve all the levels from it, and use this one, which is more full, and store all player levels. There we go. Save us some of the time there, because there's not much point in... And we can put that bucket back in there, and we don't need it anymore. Perfect. Oh, Oh, I just thought of another thing. Can we use this with external storage? Because that was some of my thinking, because the soul binder there, I can hook up an exporter to, and it should work. But I want to be able to keep this guy. So can I do that? Can I do it with fluids? Oh. So if I look in here, yes! Look at that. It registers the 790. Oh. And like, I don't even know if okay, if we take that disk out and there's no storage, it still shows 787. But I guess it can't export. Or is it? Yeah, I think I need to definitely keep that. Oh, that's done. Yeah, okay. Oh, that is so sweet. So then what we can do is come here to the soul. Whoa, fall down the hole. Come here to the soul binder. And if we... Random piece of coal is random. If we do something... Hey. Thank you. A little bit of server lag there. Not too bad. Do something like that. We should be able to... Where's... Oh, I don't have any RS cables anywhere close, apparently. Let's just do the really roundabout... Get that installed. Come on, there we go. There. And now... Oh, I can't see the liquid. It would be really nice if I could see liquid from here. Display normal, no craftables normal. No, I can't see liquids. And that's kind of unfortunate. And there's no, like, liquid... wireless grid. Oh. Hi. Alright, that works. Export fluid experience. Now, obviously, that's not going to be active until it needs to be. Like, it doesn't load any experience in until it needs it. So let's test. What is it? Ender crystals? Yeah, these guys. Ender crystals, which are made... It was at this moment that I realized my recording software sucks. It stopped working. It just stopped. I have it bound to F12, and I wasn't anywhere close to hitting F12, and yet it just stopped recording. And I didn't notice it, and there was like 14 minutes of footage that I recorded because I've got the audio for it, but I don't have the video. So, sorry. Hi. Welcome back. Yeah, sadly things did not go as planned. As I just explained, video software just stopped recording. I don't know why, but it's not the first time it's done it. And it really sours me on the program. So I'm probably going to switch recording software. We'll see. I mean, I have OBS. I just haven't really bothered using it ever. So maybe I'll switch to OBS. So yeah, we were right here. We had just hooked up the experience into the soul binder, and we were going to test it. So let's test it. I already know the result. I know it works. But, ta-da, look, it works. Oh, it's so fancy. Yeah, it really kind of ruins it that, 14 minutes went by and it didn't work. It just didn't record it. So, kind of recap a little bit. 1.5 has its bugs. One of those bugs being that Ender IO item conduits, at the very least, are a little buggy. And basically, from what I can gather, every time the server restarts, they lose their connection to third-party inventories. Now, I say third-party because over at my Guardian spawner here, I have it where it's hooked up into an item buffer and then into other storage. And items will flow into the item buffer, but they won't flow past it until I break and replace the pipe. Now, the whole needing to break and replace the pipe is the issue that people have reported with 1.5, and that sucks. But my addition to that investigation or that bug is that it seems to work to other Ender IO inventories, such as the item buffer. So, for those of you out there, if you don't want to have to, like, rewire your whole base, because, like, for this, I don't want to have to rewire absolutely everything just so that works. And yet, for some reason, that's working. But I didn't replace... Oh, no, I updated it because I already broke this pipe and replaced it after the restart. I could easily put an item buffer right there, and actually, because it's a power one as well, I can put an omni buffer, because that does power and items, and have it feed into the chest, or have it feed directly into the importer. So, I mean, that's a solution if you don't want to constantly rewire, or not constantly, but do a massive rewire of your base. In theory, from what I've tested, item buffers still work. Anyway, that will about do it for today. I do apologize for the jankiness of the episode. There was really nothing I can do. My software just failed. I've used it for... Well, I mean, I've been doing YouTube for a bit over a year now. And I've been using Fraps for the entire time. Because when I first started doing YouTube, I'd never heard of things like OBS and stuff like that. All I knew was Fraps. And I have a license for it. So I figured I'll use it. And it's never let me down. It's always worked just fine. Until recently, where the past couple of videos that I've been trying to record, it does this. It just randomly stops recording video. Now, because I record audio on a separate channel, I keep my audio footage, but that's not much use to me when there's no video. It's not like I can, like, lip sync or something, like, reenact the video while, you know, overlaying it with the audio. I mean, technically, I guess I could, but that's just... I'm not going to put that much time and frustration, because that kind of process would be very frustrating. I'm not going to do that just because my video software decides, I'm not going to render. So... yes, I do apologize. This video has a little bit of a disjointed ending, but we got our experience thing to work. It's working. It's got external storage. It goes everywhere we need to now, and everywhere we will need it in the future, and that is awesome. So, give me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. If you know anything about the current Ender IO item conduit problem, if you can confirm or debunk the idea that item buffers are a sort of solution, post a comment. Let me know. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this crazy person right here so that I can catch you and you can catch me in the next episode. Bye-bye.